Thanks, everybody. I'm glad to see you out there. I'm going to try to just sort of power through. This is my latest book. It's called Regaining Unconsciousness. Yes, and everybody says, what does that mean? So you just have to figure that out. As I wander lonely in the cloud, smart machines armed with proprietary algorithms remain attentive to my wishes. They use a little-known mysterious mental faculty to anticipate my urges. Ingenious applications of intelligence solve the problem of desire. By now, their ability seems less arcane, considering how my aspirations may be formulated to coincide with goods and services of marketers whose product lines cohabit in the cloud with the history of all my searches as I browse, added to the sum of my mediated sociality. The cloud's vast, expanding, and indefinite memory stores all the information I create in my interlinked communications, including what I'm writing to you now. As on my couch, I multitask in pensive mood, opening my mail to find a discount coupon reminding me that nothing says spring like daffodils. Photo op with Morpheus. I actually had a picture with Morpheus, okay? It's made on my sister's phone. Voyaging in the dark, Morpheus, shapeshifter of dream worlds, often appears as a man clad in black. Of those who consult the oracle, he is a messenger, not a messiah, a believer, not a prophet. For tonight's celebration, he wears a sleek tuxedo and top hat, twirls a diamond-headed walking stick, flashes the camera a knowing smile. It is his mission to visit those who sleep without rousing, dream without remembering. Called to follow a vision in the long quest for meaning, he offers his skills as interpreter of signs. Taking your hand in his larger one, he traces lines etched in your palm. Raveling the code, he reminds you of what lies ahead. With the flash of a camera, you are suddenly awake. Weathering Hate. This was on Poem a Day. Thanks to Claudia Rankin. She solicited a poem for Poem a Day. That's on the Academy of American Poets website. Weathering Hate. Oh, and Arlene Geronimus, a public health researcher, wrote a book called Weathering the extraordinary stress of life in an unjust society. So I'm following the metaphor. When scientists use metaphor, I'm always very interested in how they use metaphor. Weathering Hate. The way exposed to weather, a body is worn. Velvet threads begin to wither, rapid ripened beyond the burst bloom. Vibrant strands cut short, then fray, unweaving faded fabric, sunstruck, rain-warped, storm-blasted, rough-sanded in whipping wind that whittles rock. Small, tortuous fractures opened in stone where water freezes in the pores with grains of salt, cracks in the surface pried apart by unrelenting pressure. With incessant freezing and thawing, shock and fatigue speed rugged stress to ultimate breakdown. Intemperate weather, abrading edges, gradually disintegrates resolute minerals. A boulder, even a mountain, will wear down. So will bodies, bent and broken, under toilsome burdens, caving beneath unbearable weight. In adverse climate, exposed to harsh elements, caustic rains. This poem, Iconoclast, is after Gwendolyn Brooks. She wrote a poem called Boy Breaking Glass. I hurl a stone no hand has carved, wondering who shall admire my craft. In emergent air, I create a clamor, scattering simple smithereens. If shattering provokes I relish, not regret, this furious mission of a menace refusing to be manicured. As a poet would note, my jagged mosaic makes a masterpiece of mayhem, implodes a hole in their display of polished amplitude. If their pain is repaired, my risking hurt remains not healed, but heard. My handiwork compose for an eye sighting a prize, an ear tuned to heed this overture as the work begins with a shrine to my inconsequence smashed, its desecration my creation. So to change the mood, I hope, a bit, Sharknado. I still have not seen this movie, but I read about it. In the jaws of climate disaster, a hurricane hits Los Angeles, flooding the city with shark-infested seawater. As a computer-generated tempest agitates the Pacific, a rogue tornado drills into the roiling ocean, teeming with hungry sharks. In this sci-fi horror comedy that spawned multiple sequels and spin-offs, the powerful waterspout, a vortex of chaotic energy, sucks up a whirling funnel of killer fish, heaves them into the air, and dumps them in the submerged coastal city to devour its hapless inhabitants. Each wave brings another attack of the venture capitalists, sharks with pearly teeth. With so much prime real estate underwater, in a devastating storm of epic destruction, predators are sure to bite. On all their ship-shape spreadsheets, there's never a trace of red. And leopard coat spotted at polka dance. Your name may appear on the red list, but no one surpasses your style. They awkwardly envy your muscular body moving with fluent grace. They nakedly covet your dappled mantle of sunlight and shade, brilliant camouflage of dark rosettes adorning opulent fur. Wherever your feet happen to land, you were always the impeccable cat, though there were places you wouldn't be caught alive. Ever since leopard skins have been popular in fashion, your back has been a target. Exotic hide, commodified, fierce elegance tamed and claimed as sleek chic. On the hunt for your pelt, the ones who shoot you down don't change their dirty linen. As for you, your glamour's too remarkable to hide. Uniquely stamped, you are stately in your realm, magnificent leopard, resplendent in your skin. So this one is a tribute to the earth and also a tribute to the great Toni Morrison. She wrote in The Bluest Eye, this is a little epigraph of the poem, "The earth itself might have been unyielding." The title of the poem is "Never Touch the Hair of a Goddess." Though in your dreams you might caress the face of a distant moon, mingle with stars, chase a brilliant comet in a celestial circuit far from carnal desire, this is not for you. Suppose you tried to stroke furious fire, as if a human grasp might handle Gaia's flowing mantle, finger comb her radiant glory. Your will would swiftly wilt as you approach the blazing truth. This is not for you. Sooner tame a flashing comet's streaming locks light years away than stoop to gather jet black tears and loosen threads the goddess Pella sheds, elemental ornaments of frozen time indifferent to supplicating gesture. When folly leads to certain danger, simply admit, this is not for you. Imagine your fingers entwined with gorgeous filaments forged in flame, dazzling strands of lustrous wire that slice and burn. Turn away to save yourself. This is not for you. Okay. Hotter than July. A month of picnics, drive-thrus, and cookouts. For breakfast, free-range eggs fried sunny side up on the hood of a gas-burning car. At noon, fish poached in lily ponds. No one goes barefoot when souls burn on pavement like tender brats grilled over red-hot coals. As you plan your last meal, chunks of ancient glaciers are ice cubes melting in a bowl of steaming broth. If, in a season of superlatives, you survive the hottest month on record, in the hottest summer of the hottest year, in the hottest decade ever, you'll want a cold shower and a sip of chilled champagne. What draws us together? When we come together, what shapes the space around defines the ground between us? Which hand traces the outline of a body? If we are together, what gesture completes the picture? Whose perception fills in missing lines suggesting a profile? If we stand together, must unity resolve the multiplicity of our infinite fracture? What proportion is each figure? When we go together, what is the simple form we make? Who fits our edges snugly, composing a whole? Whose eye searches the landscape for a focal point? Let's see, a couple more. I do want to read Yes, okay. Sorry. I have time, okay. Yes. There was, when I was putting my little tabs of paper in, I skipped one. Okay, so this is a tribute to a culinary anthropologist by the name of Vertime Grosvenor. I believe there's going to be a documentary film about her life made by Julie Dash, eventually when she gets all her funding. So this is called Colorless Green Ideas. Whose idea was it to eat raw kale? Should we blame the author of Vibration Cooking for unveiling naked greens? When another shopper at the produce market asked, pointing to her basket of collards, "How do you people prepare them?" Vertime replied with a dash of spiteful mischief, "Salad. We make salad." Let's say that woman's family praised the collard green coleslaw she improvised. Then she went on to create turnip leaf salad, tossed with pomegranate vinaigrette, mustard green Caesar with gluten-free croutons, and a heart-healthy bowl of gently massaged dinosaur kale, Tuscany's black cabbage. Of course, our early human ancestors, foragers following in the tracks of grazing animals, might have nibbled uncooked kale. Who knows how long it took to develop the recipe for a mess of greens, well seasoned, simmered with a streak of fat and lean. Then again, who knows what humanity might be if Eve and Adam had spared the fleshy fruit, plucking only fresh green leaves from the tree of knowledge? What if the vegan Cain had never slain his carnivore brother Abel? So let's see here. I am going to read White Collar. Eventually, your immature fun cashes out the public trust. The signature moves of your dominant hand now resign to the stress of repetitive motion. Toothless mongrels slobber on your cleanest dirty shirt. Alas, slim pickings for the famished pack, panting to lick the butcher's bones. At sunrise, following a sleepless night, eternity remains hard and multidimensional. Regard the broken exit sign, a safety violation. Hello to a hellscape of plaintiffs nursing personal injuries based on your fraudulent appraisal. There's no adding an escape clause when the window's closed already. Then life speeds up with you, extreme long shot, running in faster frames. Even if you spot your nemesis in the crowd, you miss that sniper on the roof above. And this is The Green Knight Returns. This is the next to last poem, I think. The Green Knight Returns. After creating a spectacle, Then leaving us to our devices, the Green Knight returns to complete the cycle. Here we sit, praising ourselves, bragging about our exploits as we do after every hunt and battle. We who can't help losing our heads have gathered around the table to gorge ourselves on a feast, insisting on the choicest cuts and spilling as we drink the finest wine on the whitest linen. We, the noblest of creatures, entertain ourselves with songs and stories, proud to boast of cheating death. If nature submits to us, then we are bound to take what nature offers. But now the Green Knight returns to finish the game. And true to our nature, we fear the story's end when nature goes on without us. If it's our last act on earth, this is the time to kneel in the green chapel and humbly bow our heads. And I will end with thanks to fresh, clean sheets, line dried in sunshine, gray cat with white stockings diverting a butterfly, weeds in the lawn, dandelions I could eat if I were hungry, grit and pebbles caught in the treads of my sneakers, spare light bulb when the room goes dark, a pen that works, ink spent to make thoughts legible, faces of gentle strangers I may never meet. Thank you.